Welcome to the Pacific Specialty Producer Education Series. I'm Kyle Phelps, Marketing Manager with Pacific Specialty Insurance Company. And we're here to discuss our primary products along with some specific details on coverage limits. The Producer Education Series is all about keeping producers informed, so it's easier to deliver the right coverage for insureds. Today I'm here with Jonathan Vitale, one of the regional sales managers with Pacific Specialty. He's in the trenches with producers every day, answering questions and quickly clarifying coverages. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jonathan.
Sure, Kyle. I've been with Pacific Specialty for over 6 years. I started in the underwriting department, and for the last several years, I've been in sales. I spend most of my time on the road visiting our Northern California insurance producers, educating them on our products, our binding processes, and our underwriting guidelines. And I'm always available to assist our producers with any questions that may arise at the point of sale.
Pacific Specialty has been in business for nearly 40 years, and it's a family business. Tell me more about how things got started.
Sure. Well, in 1976, the McGraw family started a small insurance agency in California to sell specialized products that other insurance agencies were not offering. At the time, motorcycle and personal watercraft sales were booming, but insuring them was difficult. The McGraw family found a market and quickly established itself as one of the largest writers of motorcycle insurance in the country. By 1989, our portfolio had grown large enough to start our own insurance company, and Pacific Specialty Insurance Company was born. When the Northridge earthquake struck in 1994, existing insurance companies stopped writing new homeowners insurance in California. We then put our product team to work and began writing homeowners and earthquake insurance in our own specialized manner, including inspecting every home we insure. Our producers and policyholders liked the specialized service so much that we began to offer more insurance products to keep up with demand. Now we offer a full suite of personal lines insurance products, as well as a variety of non-insurance products, such as extended mechanical breakdown protection for power sport enthusiasts, and soon we'll be adding Main Street commercial programs to round out our product line. For over 3 decades, we've maintained offices in both Northern and Southern California, and we currently serve over 400,000 policies.
People want to know that their insurance company is going to be there for them when they have a loss. How is PSIC recognized in the industry in terms of financial strength?
AM Best is the world's leader in assessing the financial strength of insurance companies. Pacific Specialty has an A rating with AM Best since 1999. Which means Pacific Specialty has an excellent financial standing, reflecting a solid balance sheet, which ensures that necessary financial reserves are in place. Also, for the 4th consecutive year, Pacific Specialty is listed as a Ward Group Top 50 performer. There are approximately 3,400 property and casualty insurance carriers domiciled in the United States, and this honor is reserved for a select group of insurance companies that have passed their stringent financial tests for the preceding 5-year period.
Pacific Specialty offers a large suite of products. Producers can choose from so many different coverages. What products would you like to review now, Jonathan?
Today we'll take some time to explore our primary residential property programs, California homeowners, dwelling fire, as well as our umbrella and earthquake programs. We'll also have some quick tips for using the Pacific Specialty website.
Sounds great, Jonathan. Let's take a closer look at the residential property programs from Pacific Specialty. The Pacific Specialty HO3 program in California is designed for primary residential, owner-occupied properties that meet certain qualifications. And today we'll get more details on the program from Jonathan Vitale, one of the regional sales managers with Pacific Specialty. Tell us more about the HO3 product, Jonathan.
Sure. Pacific Specialty has a 2-tiered system in which an insured may qualify for either the preferred or the standard tier depending on the characteristics of the property.
So what are the factors that indicate the appropriate tier?
Well, we accept dwellings built back to 1900 on the preferred tier and go back as far as 75 years on the standard tier, with no documentation of any upgrades. Our maximum coverage limit on new business is $1 million. We also accept properties that are in the name of a trust as well as an LLC. We will accept an insured with prior property losses on our standard tier. We also accept properties that are over 500 feet from a brush or forested area. We offer multiple deductible options, and we also accept properties with flat roofs.
So what kind of deductible options are available from Pacific Specialty?
With the base premium, the deductible is $1,000, with the option of a $500 deductible for a 5% premium increase adjustment, as well as options for a $1,500, a $2,500, and a $5,000 deductible option, resulting in a lower premium.
How does the brush mapping work when the product is rated online?
Pacific Specialty will accept dwellings that are more than 500 feet from brush, as long as they are not in an increased fire hazard area. If the property is unacceptable from a brush standpoint, but the risk otherwise is acceptable, we will insure it subject to our difference in condition endorsement, which reduces coverage and requires that an active California Fair Plan policy be in place. As of now, we are brush mapping on our California HO3 program, and depending on the location of the property, you might see a warning at the top of the quoting screen in red, giving you the approximate distance to an increased fire hazard area. Keep in mind, if you see this warning, it is just that, a warning. One thing I want to make clear is that the distance displayed at the top of the quoting screen does not dictate coverage, as the exact distance will be determined at the time of the physical inspection. It is just a tool to alert you to take a closer look at the property using whatever tools you have available in the office.
So now let's talk about roofing. Are there any restrictions on roof type?
Well, we accept most roof types. A question I get from many producers is if we accept flat roofs and wood shake roofs. The answer is absolutely yes, we do. Producers also want to know if we accept tar and gravel roofs. We do accept tar and gravel roofs on the standard tier, but not on the preferred tier. We offer a discount for tile roofs in California, and our roof age requirements do not apply to tile roofs.
Is the roof age or condition relevant to the rating or eligibility?
For non-tile roofs, if the dwelling roof is 15 years old or less and in good condition, we will consider the property for our preferred tier. If it is between 15 and 25 years old and is in good condition, we will consider the dwelling for our standard tier. Keep in mind that if the roof is older than 25 years or in poor condition, we will still accept the dwelling, but we will place an endorsement limiting the coverage for the roof and the interior due to leaks through the roof.
Plumbing is another big topic among producers. Does the type of plumbing in a home matter to Pacific Specialty?
Great question. Pacific Specialty accepts copper, galvanized, PVC, and PEX plumbing types. If the dwelling plumbing is 100% copper, the policy will not have a surcharge applied. If the dwelling has galvanized, PVC, or PEX plumbing, a surcharge will be applied, and the surcharge is the same for any of those three types of plumbing and is based on the age of the plumbing system. This is important because if the policy is not surcharged and the plumbing is not copper, there may be no coverage for water loss from the non-copper plumbing system. The best way to determine what type of plumbing the dwelling was constructed with is to look at the disclosures in the sale documents and/or look at the pipes that enter the wall from the water heater.
A big question I've heard from producers relates to animal liability. Is that available on the homeowner's policy?
Our homeowners program excludes animal liability. However, you can purchase an endorsement that will provide up to $500,000 in coverage for liability arising from an animal, subject to exclusions for certain breeds of dogs, as well as exotic and farm animals. We will not decline a risk due to the type of dog an insured has. Keep in mind, even if animal liability is added to a policy, there are still several breeds of dogs that will be excluded. For example, your insured owns a pit bull and a Labrador retriever and animal liability is purchased. The lab would be covered and the pit bull would not.
Okay, so what breeds are excluded in the policy?
The list of excluded breeds include pit bulls, Doberman pinschers, Rottweilers, German shepherds, chows, Akitas, huskies, Malamutes, bull mastiffs, and Staffordshire terriers. We also exclude dogs that are a mixed breed, including any of these breeds. Any dog known by breed or species to be vicious, or any animal with a previous bite history. The limited coverage is for dogs, domestic cats, and birds, so it does not encompass farm or exotic animals.
Are there other coverage enhancements available for the homeowners program?
You know, actually, there are quite a few of coverage enhancements available. We offer a water backup coverage endorsement for purchase. This endorsement covers damage due to water that backs up into the dwelling through a sewer or drain line, generally through a drain or plumbing fixture. Limits of $2,500 and $5,000 are available. Keep in mind this coverage is subject to the policy deductible, and the endorsement does not provide coverage for overflow from a sump pump.
What are some of the other coverage enhancements available to producers? What add-ons do you get asked about most often?
You know, Pacific Specialty offers so many different enhancements. There's extended replacement cost coverage, home freezer contents coverage, personal injury coverage, personal computer equipment coverage, and identity theft coverage. While in the quoting process, producers will see a question mark next to each of these optional coverages. Click and you'll find a brief description. Another great option we offer on the preferred tier is the preferred package. For a 10% surcharge to the base rate premium, the policy would be enhanced with 25% extended replacement cost, $300,000 of personal liability limits, and $2,500 of water backup coverage. Keep in mind, adding the preferred package is considerably less expensive than adding these coverages separately.
Value is certainly important to insureds. What kind of discounts can producers offer to insureds?
Well, let me start with what discounts are available on the preferred tier. We offer 2 levels of multi-policy discount. Level 1 is if the insured's private passenger auto is held within the agency, and this is a 5% discount. Level 2 is if the insured has any other policy with Pacific Specialty, and this is a 15% discount. We also have a 20% retirement community discount, a 5% gated community discount, and a newly acquired home discount at 9%. On the standard tier, we offer a multi-policy discount of 15% if the insured has any other policy with Pacific Specialty, and a newly acquired home discount of 10%.
Are the discounts included automatically, or are they reviewed by Pacific Specialty?
You know, when producers are quoting the Pacific Specialty California HO3 program, they'll see that we do some upfront underwriting on the website to determine what tier the property qualifies for. Once you return to the quote from the replacement cost calculator, you will be prompted to enter some property characteristics, such as age of plumbing, distance to the fire station, and age of roof. There are 3 major characteristics that determine whether the insured qualifies for the preferred or standard tier program. These 3 characteristics are: 1, the age of roof unless it's tile, 2, if the type of roof is tar and gravel, and 3, if the insured has any prior losses in the last 3 years.
Once a quote is returned to the producer, what type of questions typically arise?
You know, a question I get a lot is, why am I not able to see the 5% discount for our agency having the insured's auto? The reason is that the agency-controlled auto discount is only available on the preferred tier. And if there's a question about the cost, I recommend reviewing the roof material, the age of the roof, and if any prior losses were entered. Producers can also scroll up to the top of the quoting screen once all the property information has been entered. It's a quick way to determine what tier the property is qualified for.
Thanks for all the details on the California HO3 program, Jonathan. Producers certainly have a lot of great choices when they quote with Pacific Specialty. Pacific Specialty has a comprehensive dwelling fire program for tenant-occupied properties. And today we'll get more details on the program from Jonathan Vitale, one of our regional sales managers with Pacific Specialty. Tell us more about the DP3 product, Jonathan.
Well, we have a very comprehensive dwelling fire program here at Pacific Specialty. The dwelling fire, or the DP3 policy, can be written for either owner, seasonal, or tenant occupancy. We also offer a DP1 product that can be written for vacant properties with a minimum coverage period of 3 months and a maximum of 12 months. We will write properties in the name of trusts and LLCs as well as individuals.
Okay, so let's get into more details. Are the limits on the DP3 product the same as the homeowners?
Our maximum coverage limit on new business is $700,000. You can write a single-family residence all the way up to a fourplex. On this program, we will also accept properties built back to 1900 with no documentation of any upgrades. Keep in mind, this is a completely standalone policy, meaning we do not have to insure the primary residence for you to write any of our dwelling fire policies. I would also like to mention we will accept dwellings that are more than 500 feet from brush as long as they are not in an area of increased fire hazard. At this time, we are not brush mapping while quoting on our dwelling fire program, so you will not get a warning as you would on the homeowners program.
You mentioned the distance to brush guideline. Is there brush mapping on the Pacific Specialty Dwelling Fire Program?
Great question, Kyle. At this time, we are not brush mapping while quoting on the dwelling fire program, so you will not get a warning at the top of the quoting screen as you would on the homeowners program. If you feel the property is in an area of concern regarding a brush, forested, or an increased fire hazard area, please use whatever tools you have available in your office to take a closer look at the risk.
Regarding roofs, are the guidelines similar to the homeowners product?
Similar to our HO3 or homeowners product, Pacific Specialty will accept most types of roof coverings and roof architecture, including flat roofs. We do not accept tar and gravel roofs on this program. In our dwelling fire program, we will accept roofs up to 25 years of age that are in good condition. If it's a tile roof, the age requirement does not apply as long as the roof is in good condition. As with our HO3 product, we will accept a dwelling even if the roof is not acceptable due to age or condition, but the policy will include the endorsement significantly limiting coverage for the roof and water intrusion through the roof.
What about plumbing? Are there any differences producers should be aware of?
Now, as far as plumbing, it is the same as our homeowners program. Pacific Specialty accepts copper, galvanized, PVC, and PEX plumbing types. If the dwelling plumbing is 100% copper, the policy will not have a surcharge applied. If the dwelling has galvanized, PVC, or PEX plumbing, the surcharge will be applied, and the surcharge is the same for any of these three types of plumbing and is based on the age of the plumbing system.
What kind of coverage enhancements are available on the dwelling fire products?
We offer ordinance and law coverage for an additional premium. You can purchase this coverage for 5% of the base rate, and the coverage is 10% of the dwelling amount. Extended replacement cost coverage is available as well, and we offer water backup coverage for the DP3 product.
Does the dwelling fire have available discounts producers can offer their insureds?
Yes, and there are several discounts available, including deductible option discounts. For example, with a $1,000 deductible, you will see a 15% discount, and they go up from there. We offer a 15% multi-policy discount if the insured has any other active policy with Pacific Specialty. There is a 10% newly acquired home discount for properties purchased within the last 60 days. And for tenant-occupied properties, we offer a 10% discount for having a current active lease or rental agreement in place.
Thanks for all the details on the DP3 program, Jonathan. Producers have some great options when they quote with Pacific Specialty. Pacific Specialty offers strong umbrella coverage, and today we'll get more details on the program from Jonathan Vitale, one of the regional sales managers with Pacific Specialty. Tell us more about the umbrella product, Jonathan.
Pacific Specialty offers a great standalone umbrella product. We don't even require the primary residence be written with Pacific Specialty. We'll write our umbrella over any carrier's primary liability policy.
We will write up to 8 rental units on one policy. You can also put up to 7 vehicles on an umbrella policy. We will write liability limits of $500,000, $1 million, and $2 million. We will write our personal umbrella policy over underlying limits of $100, $300, $50, $250, $500, $100, or $500, $500, $100, or as a $500,000 combined single limit for auto as long as the drivers in the household qualify. and subject to an additional charge for lower underlying limits. Producers have a lot of choices out there in the market. What's unique about the Pacific Specialty umbrella product?
Well, the fact that it's a standalone product is pretty cool, and Pacific Specialty will accept youthful drivers as young as 16 years old. That's definitely unique. There are also some special features offered during the homeowner's insurance quoting process. Increase the liability on a home to a minimum of $300,000, and producers will be presented with an option to quote our umbrella product from within the homeowner's quote. Best of all, this gives the insured a 15% multi-policy discount on the homeowner's policy. It's a great way to save the insured some money while allowing producers to write another policy.
Thanks for all the details on the umbrella product, Jonathan. It's just one more great reason for producers to quote with Pacific Specialty. Since earthquake is a big issue for California homeowners, Pacific Specialty offers a very unique earthquake product. And today we'll get more details on the program from Jonathan Vitale, one of the regional sales managers with Pacific Specialty. Tell us more about the product, Jonathan.
Pacific Specialty is offering a new and very flexible earthquake product in California. It is a standalone product, so it can be placed alongside a Pacific Specialty homeowner's policy or written on its own with another carrier. With multiple deductible options and a sophisticated soil-based pricing model, we can provide an affordable product that can be tailored to each insured's needs.
Are there multiple deductible options on the Pacific Specialty earthquake product?
Yes, deductible options on the earthquake product start as low as 5% and go up to 25% depending on the insured's preference and price sensitivity.
I know the California Earthquake Authority pricing is very expensive for the homeowner. How does Pacific Specialty pricing compare?
Our rates for the earthquake product are 15 to 45% lower than the California Earthquake Authority rates for properties on good soil risks. Rates are determined using the type of soil and liquefaction potential, which allow our pricing to be much more refined than our competitors. We will write better coverage for personal property, covering it at up to 50% of the dwelling limit, whereas the CEA offers much lower limits on personal property. This product is reinsured by a Lloyd's syndicate, which has an A rating with AM Best, just like we do. So you can be sure there's a financially stable company behind this earthquake product.
Are the accepted coverage limits different than other property products from Pacific Specialty?
Pacific Specialty will accept higher dwelling limits on this product than we will on our, say, homeowner's product. We will write anywhere from $70,000 to $2.5 million in dwelling limits on this program.
Are there any enhancements or discounts available on the earthquake policy?
We offer a 15% multi-policy discount on our HO3 and dwelling fire policies if an earthquake policy is placed with the same property location and named insured.
Thanks for all the details on the earthquake program, Jonathan. It's a great product for producers to quote with Pacific Specialty. Pacific Specialty makes it easy for producers to quote online. And today we'll get some quick tips from Jonathan Vitale, one of the regional sales managers with Pacific Specialty. Show us around the website, Jonathan.
The Pacific Specialty website is something producers use every day, so we wanted to make the experience easy and powerful. I'll show you some of the primary functions and key features of the site. The best way to learn the website is just to dive in and do it. So let's get started. To begin, first you must open up your web browser on the computer of your choosing. Type in the Pacific Specialty web address, www.pacificspecialty.com, into the address bar. Then hit enter. Your web screen will direct you to the Pacific Specialty website's main page. On the top right-hand side, you will see 2 spaces available to type in. This is where you would choose to sign in as a producer. To log in, you must enter your producer code in the space that is provided. Then enter your password. After you enter them both, then hit the sign in button. You will see on your screen 2 possible options to complete the login process under the Producer Authorized User section in the center of your screen. You may choose to add a name. This will lead you to the web page where you must enter in a producer's name, the producer's email address, and the producer's job title. Then you may hit continue. If your name is already in the system, you may choose the selected name option under the Producer Authorized User section in the center of your screen. Click on the name you wish to use. Then hit the Select Name button. Once you have completed the login process, you'll be welcomed to the main navigation page. Check to make sure you are logged in as the correct user by verifying your name and producer code on the top of your web page. If the name code is incorrect, hit the Switch User button to re-log in as the correct producer. However, if the name is correct, then you're good to go with using the site. The first thing you should see on the main navigation page is the text box, which features the latest news, updates, and announcements. On the top right side of your screen, you will see clickable text, where you will find easy links on the web page to switch states, producer downloads, e-signature, and to connect via social media. On the left-hand side of the site, you will see a gray rectangle with multiple drop-down menu options. Get a quote, inquiry, My OneSpot, policy documents, claim documents, lead generation, and quick links. If you click the first option to get a quote, you will see 3 links. The first is casualty, where you will find quotes for street legal motorcycle, off-road vehicles and ATV, personal watercraft, pleasure boat, motorhome, and excess liability. Then you can click on the drop-down box of your line of business to choose your quote option. If you click the second link under Get a Quote, you will find the documents for property quotes, homeowners, renters, unit owners, dwelling fire, mobile home, travel trailer, standalone earthquake, and excess flood. Can all be found by clicking the drop-down box next to the business type you so desire. The third link is liability, where you can choose between umbrella and comprehensive personal liability. The second bar on the left is inquiry, giving you the option to search for quote by quote number, phone number, name, or you may choose to retrieve all quotes. You can also use inquiry to look at policies in the same way. The drop-down menu for My OneSpot will vary depending on your producer code. However, you will certainly see reports, where you can find producer reports and you can find production reports. Next to policy documents, you will see your unread alerts and total alerts. You can change the settings for your policy document alerts by using the first option in the policy documents drop-down menu. Under policy documents, you can also access daily summary, name search, inbox by policy, and inbox by name. You can access blank claim forms, open claims, close claims, and report a claim web pages through the claims gray drop-down menu. Lead generation is a great resource. To find out more, you can contact your regional sales manager. Quick links will give you easy access to all guidelines and forms, a link to all brochures and promotional material, zip code and VIN lookup, webinars, and the help desk.
Thanks for walking us through the website, Jonathan. The Pacific Specialty Producer Education Series is a great place to start for basic product information. For specific questions about coverages and available options, contact Pacific Specialty now. We're here to deliver the right coverage backed by great service. Producers are the priority at Pacific Specialty Insurance Company.